talk about it. Is it okay for mothers to coddle their children? That's a good question. I had to look that up because I wanted to give you guys some statistics. Now, for every race is different, right? White, Hispanic, Black, Indian, Asian. And you know what I found? In every instance where the parent was consistently coddling the child, I saw the statistics. Obesity up, confidence lowered, attention span, or what they say, recluse, more likely to be a recluse, social distancing, creating a sociopath. They socially awkward. I said, wow, this is crazy. And they showed that in every race, it was the same problem. That they were over coddled by their mothers. They was basically smothered. Mom just there to pick them up after every fall, give them a hug. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but eventually they have to learn how to get up on their own, right? And if you keep coddling them, you're enabling. You're not really helping, you're enabling. So to answer the question you sent, oh, Adele getting off the plane. That's just Adele being Odell. But they also looked at the other elements when it came to coddling. They saw that the people who were being coddled, the actual, people in question, a lot of them had a very similar trait. Anger issues, short-tempered. Immediately, if things don't go their way, they implode. I said, wow, that's crazy. And they blamed this on coddling of the mother. The mother came to the defense of a third grader in class when the third grader started throwing a tantrum and yelling at another student because another student wouldn't let him do what he wanted to do. And he says, no, that's not. The teacher says, I'm next, it's my turn. And it was that guy's turn, but he wanted to go next no matter what. So he jumps up and yells in the other kid's face. And they grab him and they take him to the side. And while they're taking him to the side, they call his mom. She comes up there screaming at the teacher, screaming at the other kid as she goes and grabs her baby. You're frightening him! And just coddles. And the psychiatrist or the child specialist that they have there wanted to talk to the mom and the child and explain that this is not the typical behavior. This is an attachment syndrome that's built on by the anxiety of the actual parent, the mother, and it's not the child's fault. This is the mother's inability to let go. And because the mother has this attachment syndrome, she's the one with the problem. So the mother has the attachment syndrome caused by some probably trauma that she had, or anxiety issues or something. So she's so attached that she can't let go. And this coddling, it creates a dangerous path for him down the road. So yeah, that was a good question. I've never had. Black families don't got to worry about that. Well, in this new age, you don't know. But when I was growing up, there wasn't no coddling. A left hook was your coddle. A left hook was your coddle. You wasn't getting that, buddy. You can forget that. Coddle? What? Crack. You want another coddle? Crack. You all right? Yeah. All right, then get out of my face. No, it was in all races. That was the common denominator in all races, that they had the coddling. You saw the same thing. Social awkwardness. And what the thing that got us is that there was more like diabetics or bad eating habits in these situations. And I'm like, these moms are dangerous. Like they would like coddle them so much, they start overfeeding them because they don't want them to grow up. They want them to be babies forever. And it's a psychosis of the actual mother and not the child. And they were studying the child, thinking the child had the problem, but it was the conditions that was created by the mother and all her extra coddling. So I thought that was very interesting. Well, it's not always about just being strict. It's just that sometimes you have to let them grow. You know, why do we fall? So we learn how to get up, right? We got to be like, you could be there for your child, I'm like, but we got to learn to get up. We got to learn to do things on our own. We can't be coddled into everything. No, we really didn't have too much. You know, mostly single mothers. You see that a lot with single mothers. They try to compensate to keep the kid happy because the dad isn't there. So they wearing two hats. So it's hard for them. So a lot of them would try to cope by buying like devices or mechanisms that happened with the guy across the street from us. His father and her, they got a divorce. And the other guy left her and went to his new family and just basically abandoned him. And so she felt like she had to take care of him, you know, and keep him happy because he would throw tantrums. And she would just buy him a video game or buy him a system. And he'll start screaming, I want this new system. And she would buy it for him. And that was terrible for him when he got older. You know, that coddling to him. But she felt like he needed this. Then new man and got married and they had other kids. Happy, the new stepdad had to keep buying them stuff. And this was a bad thing they were creating. So any job he had, you know, 9 times out of 10, he was going to lose that job because he didn't care about the job at all. He was going to live off mama and daddy, and he basically did. Mom and dad got him a job in the business. He screwed that up. He go out and get another job somewhere else. Then he comes back there to work once he gets mad at the supervisor. He never grew up. He never grew up. Now, autistic, that means you, like, biologically, there's something wrong. So there's something off. But you can still learn to do something. You can still do things. So, right, doesn't mean you can't do things. You might can't do it the way everybody else do it, but don't mean you can't get it done. You just have to do it differently, that's all. So, I think that's a very interesting case. I'm really thinking that was a positive way to look at it. Mothers coddling their children and going down that avenue. The thumbnail, I don't know. It was just something that, you just pick something. I just pick something. I'm driving, so I can't even see. I don't know what the thumbnail is. It's random. So, but do you agree with the assessment? Well, the child psychiatrist said that the problem is not the kid, and a lot of people, they spend a lot of time researching the student, but they don't spend enough time looking at the source of the problem, which is the parents. So the extra coddling, they say, comes from some type of an attachment syndrome. They don't want them to grow up. And they just holding on so tight to every little second, every little moment, to the fact is that the child is not allowed to grow. The child is not allowed to move on. The child is attached. So he's used to the coddling, and it's hard to break that bond and get the child to move on to be a child. Oh, when I was looking at the list, I was blown away when he was talking about, like, poor diet, like high diabetes. Oh my God, it was like crazy. All these different symptoms they had, sociopath, awkwardness. I'm just like, I'm blown away. I'm looking at this like, my goodness. If this ain't telling, this is what's wrong with a lot of children out here now. They're getting that extra coddling. So I thought it was very interesting. So when I looked at it, I said, man, that's pretty interesting. I thought that was a very good topic. And so when she brought it up in the questions, I wanted to make sure I answered it. So I answered it with a video because I went and checked it out. But yeah, my Kyrie video, that's why I like to do StreamYard, because they do that garbage all the time. They come in and sabotage somebody's live stream and just come in and disrupt it for no reason whatsoever. There was nothing wrong with my live stream. Nobody did anything wrong. They came in and decided to shut it down. And that they can't have the power to do. And that's why I can't be going live on that platform no more. Like that. I can't use YouTube live unless it's mobile. See, mobile, I can get that back. But everything else, nah. But mobile, I can get back. Well, I'm glad, because see, that's the point. See, everybody misses the point. That's the main point we're trying to make. When you have children, you want to make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. That you did everything in your power to do it the right way. No, I'm not saying that everybody's doing it. I'm just saying it's like done a lot. And it doesn't matter about race. This happened, the same outcome seems to happen no matter what the race is. So as you can see, it's not a racial thing. In every scenario, there seem to be the same conditions that you see from too much coddling. Last destinations.
Please select a line number or say continue.
1.
Number 1, accepted. Do you want to start route guidance?
Yes.
Starting route guidance. The route is being calculated. Please follow the road for half a mile.
So, yeah, that's the narrative. But what do you think they're ready to do about it? That's the bigger question. What do you think they're ready to do about it? The parents are going to go to these meetings with the school, talk to the teachers. Are they willing to realize that majority of these things or conditions is probably coming from things that they're doing?
In 500 feet.
Oh yeah, there we go.
The destination is on the right.
Okay, let me go get behind him. We still ain't got them plates on it. Yeah, well, that's the thing. You want to always make sure you're doing the right thing, whatever's best by you, you know. Hey.
Come on, man.
All right. Uh-oh, it's locked. It's locked.
Oh, wait. Get it. Yeah, hold on.
Hey. Uh-oh.
She was.
Is that why she was running back and forth?
I told that girl.
To take the
So you
dog
took
out
her out?
for a walk.
I
She took her out like twice already. You know why she got the little pissy butts going on.
I took her out twice before.
Hey, stop that.
Huh?
What shit?
She up there, bar. Growl.
What? What you doing?
Hey.
I say you just get on mine. I can have them all, right? You want to see? Man.
Look at her sniffing my shoes.
Yeah, she wants to see. What you want?
Yeah,
I'm like, you don't know nobody.
yeah. I know. She used to be my friend. Hey.
Man, just get my doggone brakes fixed, man.
Yeah.
Bro. Woo.
I don't have no snacks for you.
Look at her. She want her snack.
Man,
You want your...
she been eating on something. I hope you ain't told nothing else.
Hey.
You gonna
She
be in
probably just was
trouble.
laying down there.
Oh.
What is she? Yes, she have.
Yeah, she got something.
Hanging.
She in there eating something.
Oh, this look like some kind of stuffed animal.
It's a beautiful dog. It's a picture of my dog.
Told nothing else.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. Whole crank, all the guts and the what's called it went out, bro.
Oh, it did?
In
He
the
was
butt.
riding around the house, and then he stayed right here and walked away, and then he came back, and there was a little bead on the floor. He said, "Nana, where does bead come from?" I said, "I don't know."
All about
And
this,
we
you
was
can't.
turning the thing because the chain came loose. He said, "Nana, fix it." And so, as I'm walking over there, he found 3 more beads on the floor.